Hey guys, welcome to JCW Outdoors. Today is January 30th. We have got 2 days left of the season, today and tomorrow. I've got to go pick my son up from a birthday party, and then Sage and I are gonna bust out, see if we can't put a couple more roosters in the bag. This is kind of neat. They're holing up in here. There's a dead rooster. Jeez. Crazy. Maybe not a real great idea to hole up there, huh? Right up by the tree. Is that him? Yep. Okay. 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 Leave it. Leave it. Good. Good girl. Hey, I will give you props for that one, Sage. I will give you props for that one. Holy cow, baby. That was impressive. That was impressive. Pretty confident that's the one I hit way over there. That a girl, Sage. Not bad. Hit him about a quarter mile that way. Sage tracked him down and got him under the tree here. He was buried. Not bad, honey. Not bad at all. What do you think? Think we can trap a couple others? That a girl, say hey G, bring him here. that a girl? Good girl. Yeah. Now bleed her. You know how many that is, Sage? You and I have harvested. All right, this is it, the 11th hour, the final day of the South Dakota 2020-2021 pheasant season. My wife and I are gonna go out and see if we can't put one more in the vest. Yeah, they're pretty wild this time of year, but we're gonna do our best, and I think Sage is excited to go. I can't say for sure.
Sage.
Oh, look at these turkeys out here. Are those turkeys or deer? That's pretty horrible when I don't even know turkeys or deer. I'm thinking turkeys. Where'd he go? And where'd he go? Find a bird. Rooster! Good girl, Sage. Nope, leave it. Good girl. All right, come on. Is she on point?
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, she's on point hard. Get ready. Okay, Sage, where'd he go? And hey guys, I was going through the videos and I just had that moment of poignancy that you know, today's the last day. Normally it's a lot more sad than I am today, And I think, that extra month of the season helped out. I'm going to miss going out into the field, but at the same time, it's all a cycle. Winter will be over soon. Can't wait to get out and do some stuff in the spring. One of my favorite springtime activities is to scout for future hunting spots. Usually I try to get out in March, somewhere in that range, before the pheasants start becoming Twitter-pated. And yeah, just examine areas, see what the habitat looks like. It's a really good opportunity to see what it looks like after the snow has hit it. A lot of these places are really good early in the season, but they just don't withstand the snow very well. So having an idea of how winter and snowfall is going to affect the cover, gives me a pretty good idea the following year where, if we've had snow, this spot's going to be good, or if we've had snow, I definitely want to avoid that spot. So I wanted to throw that out there. And now a couple notes on the pheasant season. As I mentioned before, Sage's injury was it's pretty dramatic for us. It's awful watching a dog that's hurt, that's experiencing trauma. At the same time, seeing her recovery has been one of the more uplifting things in my life that that I can recall for the past few years. Everything with Sage aside, I just wanted to talk a little bit about this past hunting season. Like a lot of you guys, I start off the fall hunting doves. I was able to shoot a couple meals. Obviously, dove poppers is what we like to do with them. Then duck season started, and I hadn't hunted ducks as much, probably since I was probably in high school when my dad and I were hunting all the time. But so duck season was pretty special for me this year. My father-in-law was a member of a hunt club, which sounds super pretentious in my mind anyway. And it's not quite like that. It's just a bunch of good old guys, and we've got pits, kind of like it's like a stock tank. I mean, I believe it's a corrugated culvert material is what they're using. But anyway, there's pits. Sit in there and pass shoot ducks as they fly between a couple of lakes. It's a diver duck hunt, bluebills, redheads. I did not shoot a bull canvasback this year, which if there was one thing I didn't do that I'd really wanted to, that was it. But anyway, so shot a lot of ducks, shot a lot of geese. My desire to hunt geese really kicked into overdrive, so I'm looking at getting some decoys, and hopefully I'll get out early next fall and get in the fields and see if I can't knock down some more for some jerky. West River deer had a great hunt, limited out. Filled my tag opening morning with the biggest deer I will ever shoot, more than likely. I'm not a big buck hunter. I've shot a couple nice deer, just happened to be in the right place at the right time, but jerky and chislic that's why I hunt deer. So, but anyway, got a lot of chislic and jerky off of this guy. He scored gross was 170 and 2/8, which I guess is pretty good. Again, like I said, I'm not a buck hunter, so I'm not sure what all that means. I just know he was a very nice deer. Able to hammer on some grouse during that hunt. I think I shot about 5 shells per grouse looking back at the videos, but whatever. It was fun. I had a good time. I like to shoot my gun. And but ultimately for me, it's pheasant hunting. The connection that I have, just my dog and I out in the field, just focused, and she's at her best, I'm at my best, and putting it together is a very special thing. One thing that I've always kind of pondered on is the ringneck pheasant was introduced into South Dakota from a faraway land. Similarly, my ancestors, came from another country. They came from Norway and Germany, much different than the prairies of South Dakota, and they thrived. They made it work. And I guess I see that parallel with the pheasants, where they brought into a new land, and it just fits them. And so I guess there's always kind of a bit of myself where we're foreigners in a place, but we've made it our home, and it's a pretty wonderful home. So all that aside, love pheasant hunting, had a great season. I started keeping track of the birds that I harvest each year when I got Sage, and this year was the highest bird count that I've had. So typically the season would have ended, I think, the 3rd of January this year, And if I would have stopped counting at that date, I was still ahead of where I've been in the past. Combination of three things. First, bird numbers were up in this area. Second, as Sage ages, she just gets better and better at what she does. Oh yeah, this. Providing content for a YouTube channel, I went out and I probably hunted harder than I have in the past. And I guess I should segue that in with the fourth reason is now that my kids are getting older, it's not such a big deal to leave them home with mom for 3 hours. When they were younger and a little bit more of a handful and not quite as self-sufficient, sneaking out for a couple hours was good. But now, if I bolt out for the afternoon, my wife isn't, I don't want to say she thinks it's awesome, but she allows it. And yeah. I've always said JCW Outdoors, these videos, they're ultimately for myself. So I have them for posterity's sake, the dog work, the landscape, all that stuff. And hopefully you guys can find some enjoyment out of them as well. I'm not saying that I do it right or you should hunt like I do, but what I do believe that everyone should do is just get out and go after it. Have fun. Don't make it about numbers. The numbers will come. If you make it about spending time in nature and doing your best to find the birds and to harvest them, everything else is going to come after that. I intend next year to get a little bit more of the hunting, the doves and the grouse and the waterfowl particularly. So anyway, thank you all. It's been a very humbling, fantastic experience. I love the comments. It feels real good. And I want to thank everyone who's taken the time to watch these videos. So until next time, please, everybody, let's keep that tradition alive. Thanks. Say peace.
Peace.
Say rooster.
Rooster?
Rooster!
Rooster!
That was a good one.